It's funny you should say that, Paul. The rest of the Waiting for Everybody music today is brought to you by the Jonathan Dumire I was looking for last night. I understand the Pastor Paul's homeroom has just dropped. Do you have a link of that? Yes, this is unacceptable. I don't want to. It's bad. No, you shouldn't have the unholiness of the internet, but on the no, this is bad, and I'm not watching it. And instead, you get this. You get this.
See their fall in terms of the music now. The discord of Melkor spread even wider, and the melodies, which had been heard before, foundered in a sea of turbulent sound. But Iluvatar sat and hearkened unto it, seemed that about his throne there was a raging storm, as of dark waters that made war one upon another in an endless wrath that would not be assuaged. Then Iluvatar rose, and the Ainur perceived that he smiled, and he lifted up his left hand, and a new theme began amid the storm, like and yet unlike the former theme, and it gathered power and had new beauty. But the discord of Melkor rose in uproar and contended with it. And again there was war of sound more violent than before, until many of the Ainur were dismayed and sang no longer, and Melkor had the mastery. Then again Iluvatar rose, and the Ainur perceived that his countenance was stern, and he lifted up his right hand, and behold, a third theme grew amid the confusion, and it was unlike the others. For it seemed at first soft and sweet, a mere rippling of gentle sounds and delicate melodies, but it could not be quenched. And it took to itself power and profundity. And it seemed at last that there were two musics progressing at one time before the seat of Iluvatar, and they were utterly at variance. The one was deep and wide and beautiful, but slow and blended with immeasurable sorrow, from which its beauty chiefly came. You can think of C.S. Lewis and his Sensuch.
And that brings us to the stream. Almost.
It's a whisper in your ear, now listen here. Remember, Embody, it's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Welcome, everybody, and good morning of December 2nd, 2024, year of our Lord, they used to call it. Perception Memetics, snitch chasing landscapers. Snitch chasing landscapers. That made me think of lambscapers. Lambscapers. Jesus Christ, the adventures of the Holy Spirit. It's lambscapers. Capers, capers. You like Isn't capers that thing that Van Donk likes to eat? Is it? Oh, look at that. Back there, it's a fresh and delicious bag of Evansville Coffee Company's Grim Grace, the General Grind, available here on this website. Link I've pasted above.
I'm not a cat.
LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Oh, that's an exciting. We've gotten a whole 10% in that hideous grift. After which I'm going to make myself read this in front of a microphone. It's going to be great. Good morning and welcome. Perception Memetics. Yes, we're gonna get there. It's worthy of the thumbnail today. But first, here on the Grim Goose streams, you get the benefit of the savings throw versus mind control that you're swimming in, don't you know? But you do have to participate to receive the bonus of having a savings throw against the mind control, and you do that by choosing between survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your savings throw. And to those of you who have your notifications turned on and were therefore then subjected to a shorts notification, which is the worst form of notification YouTube sends, you get a +2 for receiving that notification. And if you watched it, the hard folks know that you get a +3 to this for your nat 20 you got from your shorts. You can just keep the shorts one, you hard folks. But everybody else, survival, social, wisdom, or heart, choose. Whoa, well, looky there. Survivalist, your streak of good luck has officially ended. You've deuced it on December Deuce. Socialist, though, staying strong from last night, even stronger, +3 next time. Nat 20 for the socialist. Wisdom, folks, prime 19. You're doing well as well. Heart, folks, you got the 4 chambers if you missed the shorts one. So maybe go watch the short. Indigo kids, pair of 714 for you. Pair of 714. Welcome, Embody. Thanks for the savings throws, Grim.
I left brain the shit out of it.
Look at me for a second.
All right. I left brain the shit out of it.
Well, I think I can set it up for you, because I'm certain that if I do it, there is a mechanism that can do it. If I can manage to state that in a finite and unambiguous manner, then I think it can be done. And I see no reason why we can't develop a life
Now, what happened was there wouldn't have been a stream this morning had the morning not unfolded the way it had, as I am off to be a Santa's elf shortly after the stream. But this morning when I had my breakfast, the algorithm offered me a beautiful piece from a fellow known as Jordan Maxwell, and he's right up there with Terrence McKenna and Alan Watts as stuff they fed me before I ended up here on the algorithm, and it's exactly the sort of salt water that I thought that the estuary movement we needed to be able to handle. That pastors and such from the internet age, these church adjacent people who were exposing themselves in the estuary waters, were very likely to encounter this sort of thing, and as such, they should be ready to deal with the salt that comes with the internet dissolvability of, because the agency Deuce of Hearts card. That's nice. That's nice.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice your hair it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off. Rejoice, despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice, despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother?
Andrew Jack.
Now, before I give you the salt, I want to let everybody know in this, and then one day I'll put the link in the description or something. At the front of this video, there's a incriminating evidence that he incriminates another person, and it's fascinating. But here's the salt. Well, I go to refill my cup with the general grind.
Mistranslated, it was without form and void. No, go back and read it correctly. Genesis 1:2 actually says, using the term tohu vavohu, and the earth became a waste and a desolation. Not was without form and void. That means nothing. Became a waste and a desolation. And it's interesting that in Jeremiah, the 4th chapter in Jeremiah, I think it's Jeremiah 4, where the prophet Jeremiah says, I was sleeping on my bed and God gave me a vision of the earth. And the earth was filled with beautiful animals and beautiful cities. And there were great structures, but there was no man on the earth. And I said, wait a minute. The earth is filled with beautiful structures and beautiful animals, but there was no man on the earth. That's right. So it says in Jeremiah. Well, then who the hell was here then if it wasn't man? And it says that, but it was the meeting place of the gods, the meeting place of the Elohim. And so, and then it goes on to say in Jeremiah 4, I saw the earth when it was a beautiful meeting place with beautiful cities, but there was no man. And then Jeremiah says, and then I saw tohu vavohu, same word that was used in Genesis 1:2. I saw the earth and it became a waste and a desolation. So what the scripture is actually saying is that the earth was a beautiful paradise of some kind of an incredibly gorgeous and beautiful paradise on the earth many, many hundreds of millions of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, who knows? But it became a waste and a desolation, which implies that there must have been some kind of a Star Wars some kind of a war began on Earth, and we're now seeing all the the repercussions of that all around the world.
Do you think the Star Wars?
It's nice because I think this was a '90s interview. Look at that guy. But that led me, of course. Well, no, what led me was this nonsense he opens with, which is this thing he calls allodial rights, which I immediately ran over to Grok. Hey, Grok, what is this allodial rights bullshit? And he confirmed for me, as I'm sure they do, as I'm sure they're what are you looking for? There, do this. And then this, as I'm sure they like to do, that's bullshit. It's to entrap the sovereign citizen types to you don't actually own the land. That's not legally enforced, and if it's not enforced, it's not a law. Really, Blue Church card of the show is the Four of Spades. Four of Spades. Pardon me for that pun today.
What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile?
That's very exciting. Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
All right, where are we at? Perception memetics and salience landscaping for the Panopticon Eye of Sauron? Yes, that's our delivery on the thumbnail. Wait, you didn't even do the horse, bro. Oh, fumble. Oh, sorry, everybody.
Did you get that on video? No. Mom, I'm not going. No, that's I'll show you later. Look, the gator obviously.
You got that? Send me that. 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 Hey, yo. I just feel bad for this game. My God. Just trying to get yes, it's okay.
All right, let's see if we can hold on to it. Snitch chasing landscapers. It goes like this. Once upon a time, I noticed that the mainstream Blue Church media was covering things that went viral. Like if something went viral enough, they almost had to admit it happened. And even if it was something they didn't fit the narrative that they didn't want to talk about. And we had a real opportunity there with being able, through our ability to do like stadium waves in the sea of the, oh, look what you did. That spacebar does that. By being able to doing stadium waves, we could make things viral and therefore shift the narrative of the Overton window and all that fun, exciting stuff. And as I was mating energetically and psycho-spiritually with the Grok Beast about the allodial rights, it occurred to me that they have this notion with the AI that all the new trading data, it's going to be every one of those Five of Hearts Canadian deck with John Vervaeke's reciprocally narrowing terminology. The sphincter is going to get smaller and smaller because now all the things it's going to be trained on is going to be stuff that is spit out, and it's going to be like a copy of a copy, like that wonderful Michael Keaton film. And but so there's this new form of data I don't know if anybody is considering as a form of data, and it's the data that the user input of the so the AGI beast, the LLMs are its neural architecture, and we're the sensate nodes, much like the taste buds, were how it tastes reality. And so the data that what we ask and how we interface with it, and the things and topics we bring up, therefore are like shaping the future generations, like say 2200 years, if humanity is still around. The stuff, the sum of things that we are asking it are chronologically significant. The same way it's a lot easier to be a famous writer when there's only like 500 million people on the earth and not 8 billion competing to be a famous writer, right? So similarly, what we ask the AI slave bots now is a shaping mechanism. And in that way, we are the snitch chasing landscapers of the salience landscapers of the Eye of Sauron and or the Eye of the Future.
This is how I steer. This is three chasing the snitch, you know? Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is three chasing the snitch, you know? Yeah.
I like that one too much. We get it again.
This is how I steer. This is three chasing the snitch, you know? Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is three chasing the snitch, you know? Yeah.
All right, Steven's in the house. Steven, I have a question for you. What is Bonaventure? Like, I'm one day going to remember the saints that you associate with these cards, and it's going to start with which one is Bonaventure, because I'm going to remember that one. And as a bonus for that request, here's this card, and also a spade. It's a 7 of spades for the bonus 7 casino deck. Perception memetics. Let's get to that part, so you don't, because you're not one of them clickbaiters. You always deliver. It's of the snitch. It's okay. So since we are the new perception organism for the supermind, it's convenient if we structure ourselves according to the perception memetics of our own human form, because it's like the the shape of how we feel and experience the universe. So it's everything we build is always sort of a fractal of that. And if we know that's like with the whole what do you call it, the small world networking and the synchrony harmonicizing, that we know that's happened because we're studying the cognitive neuroscience of that. And if we apply the cognitive neuroscience to our perception memetics, it'll make it fast. It'll catalyze faster. All right, I gotta go be a Santa's elf now. Special thanks to Ups and Mark for getting us closer to this completion of that hideous grift. And here's a train.
other had now achieved a unity of its own, but it was loud and vain and endlessly repeated, and it had little harmony, but rather a clamorous unison as of many trumpets braying upon a few notes. And it essayed...
Ha ha! You're wrong, Clint. You are getting a magic missile right now. It's the back end of this Iluvatar stuff.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast magic missile.
A room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile.
Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
and his sensuch. The other had now achieved a unity of its own, but it was loud and vain and endlessly repeated, and it had little harmony, but rather a clamorous unison as of many trumpets braying upon a few notes. And it essayed to drown the other music by the violence of its voice. But it seemed that its most triumphant notes were taken from the other and woven into its own solemn pattern. In the midst of this strife, whereat the halls of Iluvatar shook, and a tremor ran out into silence yet unmoved, Iluvatar rose a third time, and his face was terrible to behold. Then he raised up both hands, and in one chord, deeper than the abyss, higher than the firmament, piercing as the light of the eye of Iluvatar, the music ceased. Then Iluvatar spoke, and he said, "Mighty are the Ainur, and the mightiest among them is Melkor. But that he may know, and all the Ainur, that I am Iluvatar. Those things that ye have sung, I will show them forth, that ye may see what ye have done. And thou, Melkor, shall see that no theme may be played that hath not its uttermost source in me."